And thus we return to the beanbag corner, and I cannot, there is simply no way around this. I have to put on this blanket because I am freezing to death right now, you guys. Which I'm actually so happy about, because global warming has really been causing chaos recently, and we desperately needed some coldness around here, so we finally got it. It's finally time for the blankets. So today we got a video. We're gonna watch a video. This is not what I would usually react to, but it's what we're reacting to today because I saw this video came out the other day on Jubilee, liberal teens versus conservative parents, episode of Middle Ground, and I clicked on it intending to watch it, and what happened immediately in that video, I did not like, and I said, okay, I have to do a video where I talk about this. So we're gonna jump on in here. We're gonna do a reaction. We're gonna skip ads. I do not have to get in shape in any speed, actually. Wait, hang on. Skip past the spoilers. Skip past the spoilers. And we're gonna turn up the speed too, because this is 24 minutes. We're not watching this for 24 minutes. We're turning this speed up a little bit.
The intention was to uncover humanity and empathy shared among strangers with opposing beliefs.
Ground news. Which news sources are you most likely to read or watch?
The participants of this episode agreed to take the quiz and share the results. We encourage you to do the
So we're gonna see
We're
what news sources everyone reads in the video.
Cancel culture is a good thing.
Okay, so the first point was cancel culture is a good thing, and all of the people in the liberal teens group agreed, and I was so unhappy to see that, because, like, my policy is the hamster in a cage policy, and maybe you haven't seen Hamster in a Cage, and if you haven't, then your life has yet to truly begin. In fact, roll the tape.
So, maybe it's okay to do their actions wrong, but instead of judging them or cancelling them, we should educate them. Isn't that what you would want someone to do for you?
So that's my policy about the whole cancel thing. So I'm really disappointed to see that these people agree with the idea of canceling people. I'm hoping they sort of agree with the hamster in a cage policy. I really hope they agree with the hamster in a cage policy. Just I don't want them to be in favor of actually canceling people, shaming people for stuff.
Freedom to say what you want, but everyone else has the freedom to respond and cancel you if you say something that is racist, homophobic, transphobic, etc. Cancel culture is definitely good in the means of deplatforming people who are spreading very hateful messages.
What is your opinion on Trump being cancelled?
See, when people are being racist and homophobic and stuff, you tell them that they're wrong. You explain that they're wrong. You don't just kick them out. I don't know.
Twitter is biased and will only cancel right-wing politicians. That's not true at all. Twitter and other forms of social media have canceled left-wing activists. There is an equal balance.
Oh, see, now there's this whole other thing now where it's okay, so if we're gonna assume the argument that the fact that Twitter can kick people off, if we assume that is in fact violation of freedom of speech and stuff, then but it's they can do it because of capitalism. So it's are we gonna? So it's at that point it feels like we're being selective with when we choose to hate on capitalism. And then you just kind of start to realize how many issues can be nested within other issues, and your head just kind of begins unraveling.
When the Taliban can use our social media, but an ex-president can't, there is something wrong with that.
Did the Taliban violate community guidelines?
Doesn't matter.
I think it matters to Twitter.
No, that's what we're talking about. We are talking about the guidelines, aren't we?
If they've done that and they've posted videos of stoning gay people, I agree they should be removed, and that is fundamentally wrong.
The problem is they're smart enough to not do that.
Well,
then why was it Trump?
Yeah. That you freaking put that on the self-werewolves.
So obviously there are limits of freedom of speech, but they're picking and choosing and who they're silencing and who they're letting talk.
if people react negatively to what you say, it goes both ways. You can't just say
They're picking and choosing. I'm pretty sure there are rules, and it's called those terms of service, aren't they?
America is
is becoming less and less safe.
It's becoming less and less safe. I mean, obviously the first thing we think of is guns. And in that case, we have to go with, in that case, we kind of have to agree. I wonder if none here. Huh, all the conservative parents walked forward. That's unexpected.
Because they refused to get vaccinated. They told me that they would be disruptive.
Oh, yeah, forgot about the pandemic.
And our enemies, like China, the Communist Party in China.
Oh, for fuck's sake, did he just mention China? Why is everyone so obsessed with China? So the thing is, I'm sort of adopting the perspective that he has about like the liberal kids who are like in the room. Yeah, I suppose maybe they are like, maybe they would be kind of like if they thought the cancel thing, then maybe they are the kind of people who's like kind of like rich and like oblivious kind of people. Maybe like, but seriously, how would they not think about the gun thing? Like, come on, people. I'm pretty sure like China and Russia, aren't China and Russia like sort of improving? Like, they still have a long way to go with regards to homophobia, as all of us TV followers know. But like, they're improving in other ways, aren't they? Maybe.
My name is Mike. I'm 59 years old, and I'm a conservative parent. Growing up there in the 1980s, that was a huge influence on me.
He was in the Trump supporters Odd One Out video. I remember this.
And not be
bias source 60% right. Well, that's relatively even.
Because we're going to watch our freedoms get
That's good. That's a good thing, I think. It's good as long as all of the. It's good as long as all of them have like fact checked.
I started thinking about how our American people aren't safe in the face of like imminent like climate disasters that are coming our way, and how we don't have the infrastructure to deal with that.
I actually very much agree with that.
Okay, that's not an America thing. We're talking about America here. The climate crisis, that's the whole world thing. America, guns. Why is no one talking about that?
Okay, let's just broaden the scope. With the coronavirus pandemic, why did it take weeks for us as countries to mobilize together to fight the public health crisis that was already affecting the nation?
It was a scam to get Donald Trump out of office. It's all fake. In my opinion.
I agree with you. I don't think that we could create, or the Democrats could create some international plan, getting all of these scientific communities outside of just the U.S. and even.
Okay, wait, hang on. Okay, I kind of planned to like not actually say anything else on this, like with this prompt. But have they just alleged that the entire pandemic was a scam? Because I don't see how anyone could still believe that.
I was never able to find a bra that fits my small chest. For as long as I can remember.
Well, I'm so sorry for your loss.
I used to
just went off a lot of the indoctrination.
Bias score 42% left. Oh look, it's the French flag. Maybe I don't understand like economics enough to understand why people are so against the idea of taxing people more. Like, if we just increased the freaking taxes, we could have the whole healthcare thing fixed.
A news source is more reliable than the other sites.
I generally don't hunt down news, but I'm not surprised to see everyone walking forward here.
When I look at conservative news, I see a lot of conspiracies that I don't necessarily agree with, and so if everything comes from
Oh
opinions,
wait,
people
wait,
don't.
hang on. Actually, you may know I was just recently like tweeting a whole bunch of stuff that I disagreed with YAF. Basically, what I find funny about YAF is like there's so much like not just YAF. It's like the GOP Twitter account too. It's so much just like trashing of anyone who's not in the right, and it's kind of disgusting to see that. Like, YAF at least has some promotion of their own values, but like the GOP Twitter account was like, when I saw it, it was like solely trashing anyone else, and that's what led me to tweet about like, you should not be trashing other people in an attempt to promote yourself. Actually come up with good stuff to say about yourself.
I feel like the only way we can get unbiased news is in order for news media organizations to stop prioritizing having really vivid headlines that might not necessarily be 100% accurate.
I think that starts with putting people over profit. They want the biggest story or whatever, and they don't want to actually give the news that would be beneficial to our everyday average Americans. And I think that if we put a lot more focus on putting people first instead of the big news or the big story, we can change that aspect of society.
I agree with you.
He says that, and yet I remember a certain retweet from Thomas Astruck, which was like, our determined commitment to irrelevance, I think it was. It was like, there's huge issues facing the entire world, but you can like turn on the radio or the news, and people just talk about nothing.
Young people today are too sensitive.
Yes, I will readily walk forward with that as a young person of today. And I see those, oh, for goodness sakes, only the parents walked forwards. Only the parents walked forward. For goodness sakes alive.
They're trying to make it so a man can't be a man. And
Oh, for fuck's sake. I should shut this computer, but I won't. Oh my fucking goodness gracious, second back. I can't. This is a parent? Oh no, I'm so sorry for the children. Oh no, he just said that? Oh, that is, oh no. Oh no. Okay, I need to figure out other words. Oh yeah, okay, so like on the topic of like war and stuff, yes, we don't really have to deal with that, but like, there's some stuff that is good, we become sensitive, like, we become more active in like combating discrimination and stuff, which is a very good thing, but I also feel like a lot of people have started like seeing discrimination where it actually isn't, which is the bad part. And then, oh no, but then we have he said this. He said they're trying to take away what it means to actually be a man, and it's like, no, there's only one way to be a man, and it's called that your gender is a man, and that's literally all there is. There's nothing else involved with it.
don't let men be men, then things start crumbling, society crumble.
No one fucking said that. Oh no, shoot, I went out of full screen.
Families crumble and broken homes start happening.
Kids need their fathers.
No
96%
home is
kids
breaking.
don't have a
Good
father.
grief.
So every boy is, well, my mom is mad at me, my dad don't love me, my dad don't care about me. Maybe I should be gay, maybe I should be trans, I don't know who I am. And your father was
no.
No disrespect.
Oh,
anybody.
no.
The younger generation of men are soft. And if we had to go to war,
Oh.
we're protecting America. There's no better place to be as a black individual or whatever you are
Oh no. I see the ad countdown just started.
in America.
Okay,
Go to the Middle East right now
I'm
and
gonna
see
need these
gay, trans,
teens
see how
to
you-
come forwards and
Scientists have discovered some people
Mouth
have a
off.
secret bathroom habit that keeps them effortlessly
What
fit,
the fuck
even
is this
without diet or
ad?
exercise. This bathroom habit has nothing to do with diuretics or laxatives or colon cleanse. It doesn't have anything to do with coffee or fiber or foods that make you
No,
go to
dude,
the
I've
bathroom.
literally had this ad. Okay, I skipped it. That ad is literally 4 minutes long and it's a scam. I've literally had it before.
Before me,
Bias
really could've
source
been lynched
86%
for
right.
setting my mom,
That
really could've went
is
through a hardship
problematic.
for not doing what society said. The worst thing that can happen to me
That's,
is I get a mean tweet
that
or
is
dislike. So
way
I gotta
uneven.
fully embrace who I am.
I really want equality for all, and the liberal policies that have been passed side more with my values of equality for those who are on the LGBTQ, those who are on the gender
Equality
spectrum.
Act.
Something about conservative parents that I
How,
don't like is whenever I come across
57%
something
left. That's
weird
pretty
in
good.
ways
French
that
flag
I
again.
to- This idea that because
Hit him with it.
men are being raised by women that they're weaker is, in my opinion, completely false. Our generation is not more sensitive, we're more aware of all these things. Being transgender and gay is not something that should be ashamed of or making you feel less in today's society. That is why women are fighting for equality, because this idea that because they only have a mom they're weaker, or because they're more sensitive, that's, in my opinion, completely false.
And I would say in the environment that I grew up in, the teen pregnancies come from girls without fathers. The homicides come from people without fathers. Every girl that I know if they grow up with a daddy, they get married before they have a kid.
Why do they not have fathers?
If you want me to be real, because a lot of women make bad choices on the men they procreate with. If you make a bad choice, that's your responsibility. Every bad thing that I did in my life, it was when my daddy was in jail. When my dad was out and I had my dad's reassurance, I was a better person.
I had one daughter that had to move across the country to get rid of a toxic relationship with somebody that was harming them.
Why does the woman have to move across the country because the man is being toxic? Why can't the man be taught, don't be toxic?
Well, I agree.
Women nowadays have to deal with those kinds of relationships. The mother knows better
Shit, I hope I don't
would
wake
say,
someone
than
up.
the father about that. If you look at the amount of white people and the amount of black people, they're percentage of
You have to take that in. They have to take that sort of thing into consideration.
of white people.
Politics has damaged my relationship with a loved one.
Thank goodness I cannot agree with this. Like, seriously, thank goodness.
I'm sure
However, these two
this as well,
can
but
agree, and
in the
so
Asian
that
community,
is
there's a lot
sad.
of anti-blackness. So myself or my family, because my parents were immigrants,
Why
I
is there
think they were liberal
75%
on issues
left?
like
Oh, French flag
immigration
again.
and things that directly affected them. I'd like to ask to the conservative parents why they don't necessarily listen or adopt their own beliefs, whether political or social, based on the conversations they have with their children, and why they're so set in their ways.
You know, I read a lot of the tragic stories.
That's another thing about hamster and cage. Roll tape.
It seems to me like the real problem isn't the way humans are raised, it's their unwillingness to change as they grow older. A refusal to examine where your strongly held beliefs came from and consider them logically without bias.
I'll link the whole hamster in a cage video in the description. I should honestly link it in the description of every video, because it's something that just everyone needs to see, like, regularly. So I might think about doing that.
Give me a break. Families are special. And we've got too many people, as you talked about, that don't have them.
When I took this one, I
Yes.
kind of took it more of like,
Would you say that morality is subjective to each individual person, though? Or would you say morals are the same across the board?
the basic is human equality for all. And so if you don't believe that somebody should have an equality based on their gender, their sex,
The idea that I'm trying to think about this question, and really I can't come up with any reason why morals should be like subjective.
orientation, or their race, or anything like that, that's a moral problem in my eyes.
That's a huge thing with the trans and the gay and LGBT and all that whole thing. So I grew up LDS, being in Utah County, it's like 95% Mormon. At 8 years old is when you get baptized. And so if you're raised around where 95% of people think the exact same way, I feel like that's too young of an age where you're a child and you don't really know what you're doing. And so where I have a problem with, the trans or these different things is they're getting kids at like 10, 12 years old and they're pushing them down that path. Who's they?
Wait, did he say like, is he one of those people who thinks like, the left is making our children become transgenders?
There's a lot of groups out there. Like, I just heard that there's groups out there. I don't know. You don't think
There it is. They don't know. See, they don't. They hear it, and they think that's enough. Also, let's talk about that word indoctrination, huh? Because it's so funny how as soon as, like, ideas from, like, more towards the left or, like, even, like, the center, as soon as those sort of ideas start getting, like, told to children, it's indoctrination. But if we're telling children about stuff from the right, it's just education. No.
When you're young, you're not thinking. And everybody has made a bad choice. And because you're stressed out, you go change your gender. Because you want to try something new, once you do it, you can't go back.
Fuck off. Like, I'm so sorry. I mean, that's so mean, but, like, seriously? Seriously? He's probably a follower of PragerU.
The older you get, the more conservative you become.
Well, I wouldn't know that.
As I've gotten older and the environment we're in right now, I feel like they're trying to cancel the Constitution. They're trying to cancel Christianity.
I mean, most
Oh
of the
my
time-
god. Oh my. Oh no. These people have children. This is so unfortunate. He said they're trying to cancel the Constitution. Is that, can we accept this as proof that most people on the right only, they consider the only part of the Constitution to be the Second Amendment? Can we just, like, take that as the proof? Because I couldn't, that, first of all, that Second Amendment is the only part of the Constitution that needs changed, and secondly, that's the only one that's, like, even up for debate as far as I know. Second thing, the cancel Christianity part, literally that can also be accepted as proof that they don't even read the other part of the Constitution. Literally in the amendment that comes directly before that, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. He says they're trying to cancel Christianity. The government should not be making laws to abide by any religion. That would be a violation of the First Amendment. Of course, religion should be free to practice, therefore no law should be made to impede that, but no one is even proposing any laws that would impede that. Like, I remember that stupid healthcare thing. Trump was trying to, like, make it legal to deny healthcare to queer people. And he said that this was a religious thing. Like, doctors claimed that doctors were, like, claiming that their religion was being impeded by them treating queer people, which is one of the worst things I've ever heard. I am sure that is not actually true. Like, no, literally nothing is happening that's impeding the practice of any religion, and nothing is happening that is enforcing the practice of any religion. That is how it should be.
Just judgment, and so I don't necessarily believe that
Oh dear.
you have to be in a religion.
Bias score 100% right. No, it needs to be more even.
I believe in prayer. I've been all across the board as far as the way my life has gone.
See, prayer is
And
good.
At my happiest times,
Or at least I think. Wait. Did he just imply that people who make less money work less hard? That... I can see how you might come to that conclusion, seeing as that is sort of what makes sense. But... yeah, see, here in the United States, we have something called capitalism, right? And it basically means that the richer you are, the more immune to everything you become. And it's horrible.
America is the best country in the world.
Nope. Nope. I mean, it's certainly performing better than a lot of countries, but it is not the best. In my opinion, that would be Canada.
When you look at all the other countries of the world, everybody is still trying to come in.
Do I have to talk out loud? Do I have to feel myself? Do I have to express myself fully as an individual? It ain't many places like that.
I don't understand why. I don't understand why all the people try to come here instead of Canada. America could become better than Canada if people in power weren't so terrified.
Because we have more opportunity than any other place in the world.
We don't even.
Do we? I was just thinking about this. There's so many ways in the United States that you can be in debt for, like, literally your entire life. And that's healthcare, college, and...
Scandinavian countries are very homogenous, racially, socioeconomically.
Why are you guys talking about Scandinavia? Why are you guys not talking about Canada?
The fact that we have the opportunity, our Congress is literally in a gridlock right now, as it has been for so many past sessions of Congress. We aren't getting anything productive done.
The opportunity we have here is incredible.
We most certainly are not.
Here and not somewhere else, but we are so focused on, oh, America is the best, that we don't look at these other countries and say, why are all those people so happy?
Such as Canada.
Awesome, that's a wrap.
Oh, nobody got merch. Usually everyone gets merch at the end. And I'm sorry, Jubilee, but I will not... Oh, hi. I will not be following you on Instagram or TikTok because I don't have those. Let's see some comments. So we have... Someone said, the Mormon talking about indoctrinating children into being gay or trans and saying kids can't make their decision while himself doing that same exact thing via his religion. Oh, yeah, because he was totally... He literally said, like, I didn't have any choice of my religion or something. He was like, everyone around me was the same religion. Someone talked about shutting down arguments with sources. I didn't hear anyone cite sources. Okay, someone says, as a German who's lived in America by choice, I can say that the number one reaction to telling people I wanted to live in America was, why the heck would you do that? There's so much going wrong in that country. And, you know, you can literally go into lifelong debt from healthcare. Someone said they are amazed by the fact that the children knew more about black history than the actual conservative black man in the episode. Oh, yeah, Hannah totally was the only woman in the freaking thing. Oh, no, that was sad. I didn't even notice that. Someone says Hannah is spitting facts. I mean, we saw me earlier with the frickin' hand going everywhere. So I would have to agree. Well, that was a grand old time now, wasn't it? It's past midnight by now. Good grief, that took a lot longer than I expected. How long is this recording been? I don't know. I can't see the number from here. Well, I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do. So I'll see you, in something else once I finish editing, which may never happen because honestly this is gonna take so long. Goodbye.